going on, guys? I am the verbally sadistic savage Jer Crispy, also known as Sir Fuxalot, and this is a little something that I think everybody should see. Now, I'm not one for opening up about any of my personal life and struggles that I go through. I sing about them, but I've never physically shown anyone how bad my struggles were. So 3 years ago, I was in a toxic situationship with a woman who hurt me pretty bad. And what did I do to deal with that pain? I resorted to drinking. Like a dumbass. That's right. I was a heavy drinker for 3 years. That was 3 years of my life I wasted over someone who didn't give a shit about me. So this video is going to open your eyes up, and specifically today's teenagers of America that are all about partying. Hopefully this gets out to them too and talks them into some common sense before they completely ruin their lives. Because from my experience, the things I went through made me realize that alcohol is a demon. And the videos that you're going to see in this clip are going to show you how big of a demon alcohol truly is. And this is why I'm going to say before I show the clips, if you know a loved one or someone yourself who struggles with drinking heavily, do not be afraid to reach out to hotlines. Do not be afraid to reach out to your friends. Do not be afraid to ask for help. And most importantly, don't be afraid to reach out to your family. It's not worth it. I wasted 3 years of my life drinking heavily. In the clips you're about to see, you won't believe that I was this guy 3 years ago. Pay attention.
So let me tell you, maybe I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in, but who gives a shit? We're not in for a long time. We're here for a fucking good time, and that's what I'm having. Woo! My time to shine, bitch.
Feels fucking good. No pain, no gain. Doesn't that look fun? And for those who want context of what happened in that clip, I drank a shit ton of beer one day, and I started getting angry. So I found this wooden board that my dad would use for my brother to sight his rifles in during hunting season. And they would put the targets up with staples. Some of the staples were still in that board, sharp side facing towards me. And you could see what I was doing. I was literally punching these staples so hard until they would draw blood on both of my hands. And to make it worse, that wasn't enough to let my anger out. So I went into the house and I found a nail on our windowsill. A little nail. I'd put it between these knuckles and I would punch the shit out of it with the other hand and then switch the other hand and do it with that one. It sliced me up pretty good. And that's why I'm lucky I was able to clean the cuts out and bandage them up so no infection would happen. So just remember, the next time you get hammered with your buddies at a party, that could be you doing that shit to yourself. It caused me to self-harm. So don't give me that, oh, but it's just a little sip, it won't hurt. Well, a little sip could also fucking turn into downing half a fifth of gin and half a 12-pack when you get home from work. Just think about it. It's not fun. Except that wasn't a fun night, even though the picture said it. If you really knew what I was feeling, you wouldn't think it was a fun night. So I bought a fifth of gin, and I started taking shot after shot after shot after shot. And then when it was halfway gone, I opened up the 12-pack, and I was fucking chugging these like they were water. So I was in the bathroom, and I started having a fucking mental breakdown, crying my eyes out. I cried myself to sleep until I passed out in that bathtub with the fifth of gin and a beer in my hand. I hated myself. I contemplated taking my own life over the shit. It was not an easy route. So that is why when I hear all these teenagers, when I see them out in public bragging about, oh, we got a party to go to, we're gonna get fucked up and totally numb our emotions. Oh, no, no, you were not ready for that, and you shouldn't be ready for that, and you should even think before going down that path. Because when I did, it wasn't fun. It wasn't a party. No. Every Friday, I was spending half of my paycheck just to afford that amount of liquor for myself. No party at all. Just for myself. I would come home, I would drink until I practically would pass out in my own bed, hating myself when I woke up the next day. And then I would drag my ass to where I worked and work all day just to clock out, buy another 12 pack, go to the liquor store, buy another fifth of Tanqueray gin, come back home, and repeat that cycle. Do you really want that to be something you look forward to every day? Waking up hating yourself, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you shouldn't be living? Because if you think that that is the life for you, I got news for you. It's not worth it. If I could go back in time and save myself from making such an ass out of myself, being such a dick to the people that I love, including close friends and family, I would change that for the world. That is why I wish this wasn't even part of my past. The point of this video was to bring awareness to just how bad alcohol can ruin someone's life. And it doesn't matter what the pain's from. Because when you bring alcohol into the picture, a lot of bad comes with it. Nothing good comes out of it. And also, I'm going to spare you guys a little educational thing, but if you paid attention in school, you would realize if you drink copious amounts of alcohol and liquor like that, look at the damage that it's going to do to your body. So in other words, let me put it this way. If I were to continue drinking at that rate, I would have been in the grave. I would have been dead. There wouldn't have been a Crispy if I would have kept drinking that heavily. And you want to know what helped me get out of that abyss? My best friend. He came over one day. I was already wasted. I was talking about the individual who hurt me bad that caused me to drink this bad in the first place. And you want to know what my best friend said to me? He outed me. He didn't sugarcoat it. He said, "What the fuck, JJ? You are not the JJ that we know and love. Fuck that bitch. She hurt you. It's her loss, not yours. And I hate seeing you drag yourself deeper and deeper into this pit of depression over someone who didn't even give a shit about you." And when my best friend looked me in the eyes and yelled, "JJ, this ain't you," I broke down. I started bawling. I even hated myself more. And that's when I realized, who the hell have I became? This was never me. I was never this bad. And what was to blame for all of that behavior that you just saw? Alcohol. Alcohol is a demon. I don't care how fun you get getting smashed out of your mind. The truth is, the more you drink, if you already have mental health problems and you drink that heavily, it's going to amplify the depression. It's going to amplify the bipolar that you feel when you're lashing out on the people that you care about. It's going to make the people that you are close to not even want to associate with you. And that's what I went through. I went through a whole day without even hearing from my own best friend, the people that I was in group chats with. I didn't hear from them for a while. They didn't want nothing to do with me. And why? Because when I was drinking, I turned into a dickhead. I literally looked at the people I cared about and said, "You guys are not my fucking friends. Fuck you guys." And I hurt them. And I don't blame them why they ignored me when I was drinking that heavily, because I didn't have the self-control to stop. And that is why I'm glad the one individual I met turned my life around for better. That individual knows who they are. She is awesome. She is amazing. She helped me get my confidence back, and I'm grateful for it. And my close friends also helped me get my confidence back, and my parents. And another thing, too, to add here. When you take copious amounts of alcohol, knowing you're already depressed, and you self-loathe, you want to know what recipe that creates? It turns you against yourself. You literally become your own enemy when you're drinking that heavily. You hate yourself. You want to take yourself out. You want to end your own life just because you are so far into the demon, you're letting it control your life. That is why I'm glad I am 3 years sober as of today, because all of this shit happened 3 years ago. 3 years ago was when I lost myself and I went off the deep end. And I'm glad I turned myself around. I started working out more. I started eating healthier. I started drinking less. And ever since, it's paid off. I've got my confidence back. I got my self esteem back. I don't self loathe. My friends care about me. They're always there for me. And I still apologize to them to this day because I really did hate myself with how I was treating these people that I was close to. I was pushing them away just because I let a demon mix with the thought of someone who used me and hurt me take control of my life. That is why I'm going to leave you guys with this right here. The next time you're depressed and you reach for the bottle, put that bottle down. It's not going to do you any good. It's going to make you hate yourself. It's going to make you fall asleep at random. It's going to interrupt your sleep schedule. And then if you have a job on top of that, you're not going to be able to get your work done because all you're going to be thinking about is when do I get to have my next drink? And that's also what I was doing as well. I would fly through my work just to come home and do that shit all day till night. And then wake up hating myself again and again. So what I'm going to leave you guys with is it's not worth it. And if you or a loved one are struggling with heavy drinking, like I said at the beginning of this video, please seek help. Do not be afraid. It does not make you weak. You are worth it. You guys are perfect in every way. Don't let this world tear you apart. And most importantly, do not let alcohol tear you apart. Fuck that shit. Alcohol is not worth it. That's why I wish I could go back those 3 years and just slap the shit out of myself for ever thinking alcohol was a problem solver. It does not solve your problems. It makes them 10 times worse. It digs a deeper hole, and the more depressed you get with every sip, it just adds on and adds on and adds on. And then you are in the cycle of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something to change. And it's misery. It is agonizing. It is hell. And what has alcohol done to me when I was doing that much drinking? Well, it warped my self-esteem. It whelped my self-worth. It made me hate myself. It made my problems 10 times worse. It made my family and close friends not even want to associate with me. So the next time you think you're going to get fucked up for a good time, it's not going to be a good time. You will go through all of the shit that I went through. Making people hate you, making you hate yourself, making you feel like you don't belong on this earth. And I don't even want anybody to think that they don't belong on this earth. So do not be afraid to reach out to a loved one, a family member, a close friend, even an associate of you who is somewhat close to you. Do not be afraid to reach out for help when you think that it's getting out of control. Because I've been there. I've been in your shoes if you're experiencing this problem. And fuck, I'm going to put it out there too. If you are struggling with drinking that heavily, reach out to me. I'm always here. I'd rather hear you guys' stories than go to your viewings. And if you are going to drink, that's cool. But please drink responsibly. Have self-discipline. It will save you in the long run from doing the stupid shit that you saw me doing in these videos. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope my message was made. It's not worth it, but you guys are. Peace.